I think the first movie kind of took everybody by surprise, but I think what people responded to was firstly the classic element. Really felt like a throwback to those great 80s movies like Lethal Weapon and Die Hard. There was a lot of grittiness, a lot of great action. And those old, pure, 100% heroic characters who, were just badass, loyal, and funny. Those great one-liners. But I think as well, it was just bold and audacious right from the start. That's when I read the script, I remember thinking, oh my God, we are just going for it here. Like up the ante immediately. So, and I think people really responded to that. If your first movie is good enough and people want another one, then you make another one. And we immediately got pressure to make a sequel. So, but I didn't know at the time, one, I was pretty beaten up for the first one. And I didn't know that I really want to go and commit that to the second one because it did take a lot out of me. And then also I thought, where do you go? Like, you've attacked the White House, you've taken the president hostage, you've started at the very top. And I really wasn't sure where we could take it. So that was the big challenge, was how do you raise the stakes, up the ante, and make it even scarier, even more exciting, even funnier, even, all of those things, just push it up. And I wasn't ever going to do it unless I knew that we could do that. Kind of thought, this could be awesome, a road movie in London. Because after the initial attack, that's how it unfolds, as me and the president as kind of like hunted animals with London cleared out. So it kind of has, it reminds you a bit of World War Z or 28 Days Later, or, it's like, you even have that kind of zombie movie feel. The city is cleared out and it's me and him, and we don't know who we can trust, who's watching, where we can go. And that led to something really exciting. After the first movie, he's won his way back into the president's trust, and we see what an amazing individual he is, and he's a guy you want by your side, which he has now been with the president for a couple of years. But he has a kid on the way. And he has to reevaluate the situation. Does he really want to keep taking these risks? I think for him, he would gladly lay down his life for his country, but he's not thinking about him anymore. He has his wife, but especially a child on the way. And it's literally going to be born in a couple of weeks. It was not a great start for him because he's composing his resignation letter as the movie starts, because it's time to move on. And then, of course, he's called into one last project, one last action. So basically, at the start of the movie, or early on in the movie, we find out that the UK Prime Minister has died in unusual circumstances, and there's going to be a state funeral. It's a huge event. There's going to be leaders from all over the world coming in. It's a security nightmare. And in the middle of that, the president has to go in. And of course, there's security nightmare on top of security nightmare, especially where we are today with the threat. So Mike, it never feels good to Mike, but basically it's something he's got to do. And it feels like a swan song. If he can just get this done and get back in time to see his baby being born, then we're good. They've planned it really rather brilliantly on an epic scale and thought of every eventuality. And in no time at all, the face of the world has changed. And the last man standing is the president. And I'm obviously tasked with saving him at any cost. But it's just the two of us now in London, alone, surrounded by terrorists. And what a great setup for a movie. To have Morgan Freeman turning up, and Melissa Leo, Robert Forrester, Aaron Eckhart, what a great cast to have coming to set every day, and it was exciting. At least the ones we didn't kill. We killed a lot in the first movie, but anybody we didn't kill, we brought back. And Angela Bassett, how could I forget Angela? She's just awesome. We had a lot of fun together because it was just. The first movie, even though we were on set together a lot, we didn't really have many scenes together, just right at the start and right at the end, whereas this movie is the opposite. We don't start together, but for the rest of the movie, we are together until the end, and it was a great experience. He's a good man. when Morgan comes on set, everything changes. You know, the crew it is incredible that the crew get so excited, and he just ups everyone's game, and he's such a good man. Everybody fusses over him, but he doesn't need any fuss. He's like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing my job, I'm good, we're all right. And he's just in your face, but in the nicest, freshest way. He's got a great sense of humor, and he is. It's just great to see him around. It's great to have him part of the movie. Well, it was just interesting to get another artist's take on where the franchise could go. And Babak comes, he's very much a man of his soul. Everything has to be kind of streamed through his consciousness, and where has he had any previous experience of this? How can we make it meaningful and truthful to an audience? So I think he brought a lot of sensitivity to the movie. And he didn't have a massive amount of experience in action movies. But we brought all the team, and he knew where to say, okay, you guys do this, and he brought his expertise, and it was really a great kind of union.